Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we discuss everything relationship and love. And I'm your host, Franca. Tonight on the show, I have Tomi Akimbobola and Precious. Precious is supposed to be on the show today. I don't know why she's not joined us yet, but Tomi is on the show with us today. Tomi Akimbobola, how are you?
I'm okay. It's been a very long week, really.
How was work?
Yeah, it's okay. Just tired.
How was Abeokuta?
Yeah, so. But we're back now. I'm gonna move again pretty soon. You? How are you? How's your week?
I'm here every day.
Did you miss me?
Oh, you got me a drink today. Oh, yeah.
That's not the
Thank
question
you.
I asked you. Did you miss me?
Because of that, I mean, if you didn't bring the drink, I didn't miss it. So that we're clear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I
so.
started having weight again, Sha.
Told me. Why are you so vain?
I can see it now. It's nice I'm moving. I even get to myself sometimes. So
Tell me,
I think I got
why are
dark.
you so vain?
I got dark.
Hey, God. Your wife did try.
I need to shave.
Good. Good. It's okay. So today we're discussing stay-at-home husbands breaking the gender norm in marriages. What's your take? Stay-at-home dads. I think it's interesting.
Stay at home dad. No, it all depends on.
Stay-at-home moms, just the way we have housewives.
So this
Do
stay
we
at home
have
dad.
house
This stay at home
husbands?
dad. Will he be working on it?
So I've had there was an incident or there was a story where a guy the guy said he wanted to be a house husband.
Without working?
Yes.
Ha.
But what's wrong with that?
Well, I think we're all defined by what we met on ground society, right? And even if I want to go biblical, the man is the head of the family, and as such, he should provide and protect, right? So that alone has already defined the cultural position of how a man should be perceived in the society, right? So now we now looking at a change where either man or woman, or either husband or wife, can decide to stay at home while the other spouse goes to work. If we want to really look at that, then it should be a case where this is decided between both spouses, right? The wife is okay with the husband staying at home working. One, his husband himself even okay to be a stay-at-home husband, first of all. So I want to believe any man that decides to stay at home could be because of two things, right? He probably lost his job, or for some reason he has to stay at home, not because he wants to stay at home.
Okay, so Tommy, I don't agree with you. So let's look at it. I'm just gonna be open-minded here. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, we say okay, two people get married. If we're saying that people should be treated equally and given fair chances, so that you are a man doesn't mean you are not able to get married to a woman who has more chances, who has a better job. Do you understand? And then we hear the story where they say, oh, the mom should stay at home to look after the kids because maybe she's not earning. We have even had the story where we say what she was earning was not enough to pay the bills and everything. So that's it's now said if they're going to pay somebody the amount of money that she's, if they're going to pay somebody to stay with the kids, then it didn't make sense. So she should just stay at home because the money she was making wasn't enough to foot that bill. Now, are we saying there are no situations where the husband and wife are working? Do you understand? And then they begin to have children. The woman earns more than the man. And they need someone to be with the children. Why don't you think that's possible? So if the woman is
So I
earning
never said
more,
it's not possible. That's why I said.
no, you said if they're a man. You said if
I
a man.
I said two things, right? I started by saying if there's a mutual understanding, conversation between both spouses on the route they want to go in that instant, then fine. But naturally, for a man, I don't think a man would just want to stay at home and be the one.
But so that word naturally for a man, if they have a conversation and they have weighed things to say, it's only logical, it only makes sense for you to be the one who's staying. So again, either which way, it shouldn't be mandatory or compulsory. Do you understand? Because even with the woman, it should also be a conversation. because she might not even want to leave her job. She might just say, no matter how small the salary is, I want to have my job. Let's get a nanny. You get my point?
So, to be honest, every man, except for someone who's just, I'm not taking it personal, except for someone who's just, I don't want to use the word lazy. Naturally, women,
So
right?
Going back,
I'm not going back.
We continue to say that we have
Naturally,
been we continue to say
women will look, or a woman will look down on a man. Most times, that's happened many times.
Tommy, which is the mindset thing.
But it's what happens, not a mindset. What happens?
No,
I've
Tommy,
seen it.
No, you have seen it.
Couple of people.
Tommy, that you see it doesn't mean it's right. That people
Yeah,
do
yes,
it.
it doesn't make it right.
Exactly.
Yes. So because a man is trying to avoid such
Tommy,
experience.
we're trying to change a narrative here.
Yeah.
Because we have had shows where we say men should do. You cook in your house.
Yes, I do.
Because of that, your wife go see you
wash
finish.
plates. For what?
Exactly.
No, for what? Even my son must learn all those things too.
Thank you. Yeah. So if you're better doing those things than your wife, at those things than your wife, I have seen where men even take care of children more than their wives.
I bat my son.
My point is, if the wife is not even good at those things, you're better off, and then she has a better job, does it not just make better sense for the woman to do what she's good at?
Like I said earlier, it's already a societal thing we met on ground.
But that's
right?
what we're
Everybody's
trying to change.
framed in that
Tommy,
mindset.
we're trying to change that mindset. We know that that's what it is. Men are supposed to do it, but now we're discussing it to say, is there anything wrong with that thing? Is there anything wrong with men being house husbands?
Even for me, I was talking to you on the show, it's hard for me to say it's okay for a man to be a house husband without doing anything as a woman.
So that means you would agree with me that even in the awareness, self-awareness that we speak about, even with the unlearning and relearning a lot of things,
on this
we
one,
still pick.
yes,
we still pick. We still pick those things. So that thing is still there.
It's still there.
So do you understand? That means we are not where we should be.
So you mean I as a person, or
I don't want to make it about you.
We as a person.
Because if a majority of people are still thinking the way you're thinking, we're not there yet.
Majority are still thinking.
That's what I'm saying. We're not there yet.
And
because
in this case, I'm not even speaking for myself right now. You know, I'm a different kind of breed, right? I'm speaking for 98% of men out there.
No, Tommy, but let's now rephrase that. A lot of women who are housewives do things at home. Like they work from home sometimes.
That's why I asked. That's why I asked.
Tommy, wait now.
Will the man work from home?
No, they run business. So whether you like it or whether the woman
that's
is
why
working.
I asked. Will the man work from home?
But guess what?
If he works from home, I mean, that's okay.
I
work from home.
But Tommy,
yeah.
Whether you are working or you're not working. The women who they call housewives, don't they do things at home? They work.
Yeah,
they run their business.
Some of them.
Some of them run their business. Some of them sell things from the house. So even if the man is at home running errands, trying to do one or two things, whether his business is trying to make small money, just like the woman does.
Then it's fine.
Then the woman also goes home. So, but what's the difference in...
No, there's a difference in a man just sitting down at home doing nothing. I won't support this. It can't even work.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Whether we like it or not.
Except there's a reason for it.
The person looking after the person's watching the house.
Yes.
Is the house husband or wife.
Yes. Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
And then guess what? When you say, if whoever earns more is the person who takes up the bigger
that's what you
bill.
think, my darling. We've seen a couple of situations, though I can never do that, where a woman is earning more and the man will say, leave that job. Come on, please.
No, we're not talking about leaving the job. We're saying that the person who earns more naturally will take more bills because you earn more. You bring more.
True.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So if you're talking about ego, you're talking about how the man feels. Whether he's working or not, it's the person who is earning more that's paying the bill.
Okay.
And in that situation or scenario, usually the woman earns more. So it is not, regardless of whether you're looking after the children, the fact, even if you're not looking after the children, and the woman is the one who brings more, is that not already something that will affect your mental health already? As a man, based on what we agree or what we think.
Not every man, child.
Tommy, so if it's not every man, so what's the problem with the man being in the house and being a house husband?
Without working.
What are you talking about? Whether they work, they work. Now the woman, they pay the bigger bill.
It no matter. They will step on him without bringing anything to the table.
Tommy, you don't get it. So
I'm being realistic.
No, Tommy,
I'm trying to
no.
be as realistic as possible.
Tommy.
A man staying at home taking care of the kids and not bringing anything to the table. No.
Tommy, I think this thing is relative. You know why I say it's relative? There are women who are ready to pay the bills.
Yes, they are. But even then, a man has to bring something to the table.
We're not talking. See, Tommy, just the same way you are acting like this, there are some men who will say the women have to bring something to the table. It's relative.
As long as she's working, yes. You cannot be working. I don't want to bring something to the table.
Exactly. But if the man is not working on call, would the marriage end?
No, it won't end. That's why I said two reasons. It could
Tommy,
be.
you're not. See, just try and be articulate.
I'm very articulate
no,
here.
wait,
I know what I'm
listen.
saying.
We're painting scenarios. You're not arguing. You're just changing your boat. You understand? We're saying house husband, regardless of whether he has a job, whether he doesn't have a job, whether he is bringing anything to the table. The fact that he's the one taking care of the household, the fact that he stays at home and the woman goes to work.
Makes him a house husband.
Yes.
That is fine. Right now, I'm a house husband as a kid. I work from home.
Good. And guess what?
Yeah.
The fact that your wife brings, I don't know who brings more.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But the fact that you don't pay as much as your wife.
Who says I don't pay as much as my wife?
I'm not talking about you.
Okay.
We're saying generally.
Okay.
Whoever pays more. So the truth is, with couples, you sit down and look at what it is. If you're a house husband, doesn't mean you're not earning money. It just means you're going to be doing...
No, we just need to put clear context to that.
Told me there are different scenarios. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
You are a house husband, you are a house husband, whether you like it or not. You're the one who is taking care of the home. You're the one managing the children. If the children have to go somewhere, you're the one dealing with the children. You're the one dealing with their homework, the things that, in quotes, the wife is supposed to do. But you are better off. Show me, we're not trying to bring about nanny here.
I know.
We're saying any which way there's a nanny.
Yes, just
if not
I'm
the wife,
supervise.
If you are the person
At home.
So when they want to discuss anything that has to do with those things, you are the person who is going to come, not the wife. Now, we're saying, how does that? Because you're saying a lot of men, you understand, would not be respected when they do that.
No, so don't get it wrong. I said a man who stays at home that does not bring anything to the table will not be respected. That's why I asked.
Okay, so
does this man work or
calm
not?
Down,
okay.
Calm down. When you say a man who stays at home and doesn't bring anything to the table will not be respected, a man who the wife earns more than, who is not able to bring in as much as the wife, will that man be respected?
Yes.
Why?
Because he's working. He's bringing something to the table. He's playing his responsibility. He's doing it he's supposed to do in the house.
So
she's earning more than him is mere opportunity.
When you say he's earning more than him, the truth is,
yeah.
So they sit down.
Okay.
They have what they have said, we need to do. The man is not earning as much as the woman, so he's not able to bring in as much as the wife brings in. Is that enough to disrespect the man?
Nope.
Good. So the man who is not able to bring something to the table, we're not going to discuss whether it's because he's lazy or he's not lazy, but there are people who are not able to bring anything to the table. But guess what? They're also helping you manage the children. Because if you were the one staying at home, the man will be the one taking care of those bills, and you'll be the one taking care of the children. Is that enough to disrespect the man? If the man was the one doing exactly that?
No, it's not enough to disrespect the man. If we want to look at it from what it should be.
So if the man is not bringing money to the table, but he's there emotionally, he's there physically, he's doing a lot for the children. They are not lacking. The only thing is money. You think that man will be disrespected?
Well, it shouldn't be respected. It shouldn't be disrespected.
So you think because women are out there championing that men should do more. Men should be involved at home. Men should do certain things. And do you think that a woman would disrespect her husband who takes care, like holds the house when she goes to work, allows her to go to work, she comes back, and the man is there 24/7. He will bathe those, let's assume they're boys, he will bathe the boys, make sure they go do school run for the children. Maybe something comes, he tries to do one or two, maybe 1 or 2 gig or something, but he doesn't make as much. But he is there for the kids.
A woman who's reasonable And smart will respect the man.
So how? Because you have been arguing that this man will be
No,
disrespected.
because now we're moving to we're getting context. And we're moving
But
to a
when
clear
we say
direction.
you are a housewife, that is what you do. That's what you do. You are there physically, you're there emotionally. That's what you do.
When you say housewife, what we know as housewife today is a woman that is just at home taking care of kids without working.
The man is not working.
No, he's working.
What is he doing?
He's working from home now.
No. That's what I just
Okay,
said.
so we've taken out work away and just full responsible,
he's there
house
emotionally,
husband.
full house husband who is there emotionally, physically, make sure the kids do all the assignment, make sure the kids don't lack, as in the only thing the woman does.
So, if this is a conversation that was held between two of them and they decide to go by that, she cannot disrespect them.
No, because your argument was
I'm not arguing. We're trying to gain momentum into.
No, because what you have been saying is that 80% of men would not want to be in that situation, and because they will be disrespected in their homes. That's what you're saying.
Yes, and
which is why I say that. But women are saying that this is what they want from their husband, to be involved. We're not even putting in the context whether the man is lazy or not. No. We don't want to begin to put that in the context, you understand? Regardless of what, the man is there. Doing everything he needs to do. We don't want to bring in whether he's bringing money or he's not bringing money. Let's take money out of it.
Then, it's going to be fully respected. Why? I mean, a man who is doing that is not going out to do bullshit, not making himself available. He's fully there and intentional and is paying attention to the family needs. Should be respected. 100%.
Good. But you said that 80%.
We put context to.
Told me the guy is not working.
He's not working, but he's available.
So the person is the wife's spouse.
He should be respected.
Exactly. So I don't understand when you kept
not
saying.
Not all women will respect him.
So that's why I want to understand why.
Because same thing, because he's at home now. They're seeing him every time. He's doing it. No all women will think it in that direction. This man is emotionally available. He's taking care of the kids while she's gone doing all things. Not all women will respect him. I'm telling you for a fact.
So
it's only the ones that are reasonable and understand what this guy is putting on the table in terms of making himself available to take care of these kids and being attentive and available for the family. That will respect him. It's two ways. It's not 100%.
So what do you mean by it's two ways?
Some will respect, some will not respect. That's what I mean by two ways.
Okay, so what's the percentage of people who would respect?
I've not done this
because you were saying now that 80%.
I tell you for a fact that not 100% respect the man sitting at home 100%.
Not 100. What do you mean? But you said
not all women. It's not possible. It can't be all women.
Okay.
Yes.
But so, is there anything wrong with a man doing that?
No, nothing is wrong with that. Okay. Not at all. Provided there's been a conversation between the two parties and they've agreed that he can stay at home, then nothing's wrong with it.
Okay.
Not like just taking it upon himself for me, I'll be sitting at home, or you be going to work, I want to take care of the kids. There's going to be friction. They didn't agree to it together.
But Tommy, it is not so.
They need to converse, agree that this is what they want to do.
Relax.
Yeah.
Whether you like, it's not about a man. For every relationship, it is not just because it's a man.
Okay, I'll just wake up one day, babe.
Tommy.
Going forward, I need to start taking care of the kids. You're going to be working.
Tommy, I said Tommy, even if it was a woman, this scenario you painted would never happen.
Which scenario?
That you just painted now.
I just wake up today.
Yes, it would never happen even if it was a woman. It would never happen. You just get up and say, okay, I'm not going to work. No.
That's why I said there needs to be conversation.
Tommy, that's what I'm trying to say. That scenario would never happen as far as they are human beings. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There are things that we should never even imagine because they would never happen. Two civilized people are the ones in a relationship. Do you understand?
As a man, we just wake up one day and not be doing anything. As a woman, it can never happen.
That the man will just do what?
We just wake up and he's not going to do anything, just be in the house.
I said if it even was a woman who wants to take that decision, if the reverse was the case, not the man, that painter you picked, it would never happen. It would never happen. So the truth is, I personally think that in this present time, I get that we're saying that, there's a narrative there, men have to work and all that. But I personally think that in this present time, it would work.
No, of course, it could work now.
Because
Nigeria has happened to everybody now.
It's not about Nigeria. It's about people beginning to understand the importance of certain things in their homes. And people being open to the fact that it is not only the woman who can do this better. Now, I'll tell you why I say that. Sometimes you're giving a responsibility to a woman who doesn't even know anything about it. And so because she's a woman, she should do it. sometimes the men are better at these things.
True.
Do you get my point?
True.
So, and the woman who might not be good at domestic jobs and all that is very good at her job, upbringing and different things. So really, I do not see anything wrong if the woman who is not good at those domestic things in the house or taking care of the children, faces her job and the man says, you know what, I would be that man who would raise my children, who will be there for my kids. And I said, regardless of whether he's bringing money or not, it's not important. It's just that role. Are men able to take up that role?
Yes, 100%.
100%. It's not going to bring any form of disrespect.
No, not
whether
at all.
You, Tommy,
taking out all those factors, no.
Tell me, whether you are bringing money
or not.
No,
you cannot be disrespected.
You cannot be. You understand?
I mean,
and guess what?
What everybody wants to see anyway.
It's that, Tommy, as it is not. In fact, I know that there are a lot of homes right now. The men tell you that they are hustling. My darling, they're not hustling anything because in 6 months, money will not enter. But they'll tell you they have a job. That's how business is. Do you understand? They'll tell you, oh, they're hustling. They're trying to do their thing. Their business, they do business. But then they're the ones taking care of the home. Told me, in 6 months, they don't earn anything. So they've not brought in any money. But guess what? They're the ones taking care of the children. And the woman goes to work and comes back. Are you going to tell me because they didn't have a conversation? We know that a conversation will always be had. But are you going to tell me that man will be disrespected in his home? When you know for a fact that you cannot do those things. And the man is making sure that the home front is together. I don't see how that will happen because that's what is happening right now. 60 or 70% of the men, or let me not say 60, 70, but at least 50 men are working from home. 50% of most men are working from home. And sometimes money not they come. All those people you see driving big cars, in 1 year they've not even made any money. Their money they come now, seasonal money. There are people like that, and they have very good homes. So most times, they might not be looking after the children. They will pay a nanny to do that. Do you understand? But I don't see anything wrong, and I don't think it's not possible for men to take up that job because I know men that even do it better than the women. So what do you think?
I mean, you've said it.
No, because you know what? Because you were really arguing. So I actually wanted to understand from what point of view.
I wasn't arguing. I just put two different contexts, which you've really to analyze. And I mean, you've taken out the factors of funds or no funds, provided the money is available for the kids and the family at the home. I see no reason why I should be disrespected.
No, but you were more about finance.
Yeah, but you took that out of the way. You said let's take away.
No, but even if so, now let's even put finance.
Okay.
Yeah.
That the man is.
It's not bringing money.
It's not bringing money.
Yes.
At all.
Told me the guy is not bringing money.
Yeah. Well, this to be honest, is relative, right? I don't want us to speak for everybody. You have some women out there who definitely respect their husband with or without, and you have some women out there when the going gets bad, you see another color. Okay,
so but do you think that it is about not having money, or sometimes it's misunderstanding?
Not having money, I beg.
Okay, what do you mean?
So, I mean, when a man, like I said, I don't want to go around it again. Good enough, we've already put context and direction to what we're trying to achieve. It's okay for a man to stay at home, take care of the kids, no doubt. Now, bringing finance into it. Ranka, it's hard.
How? So
because we've seen it happen many times.
Tommy, just give
a woman, yeah, she might be able to take it for a few months, but eventually she starts to get agitated. She probably will start getting irritated. So this one is just there. He's just saying he's taking care of the house. Whereas not bringing any money to the table.
No, but that means she's under pressure.
Yes, pressure is cutting into it. Because she's been to take it for a while, but after a while. So when she goes under pressure, what happens next?
But Tommy, so let's even get into it. So the man business is not working for the man. It's not like he's not trying. And it happens.
Some of them don't want to see it.
You don't get my point. Yeah. Business is not working for the man. It's not like the man is not trying. So what exactly? Because I know that it's also possible for the man not to bring any money and not stay home to look after the children.
Yeah, that one is a retard.
It is not whether it is. You understand? He goes off. He doesn't stay at home. He doesn't bring in anything. He's not there for the children. He's not there emotionally, physically, and he's not bringing money.
That one shouldn't even be respected.
But are they not men like that?
100%, they're plenty.
Exactly. Yeah. So those ones.
They're plenty.
So if we're comparing those set of men to the ones who even say, you know what, I know they bring any money.
But with their house.
But make a day house look those children. Do you think that woman would not appreciate that rather than you not bringing money and you not being there for the children or taking the upfront?
A woman should appreciate that. And I'm saying is that it's not casted in stone that 100% to respect that man. No, it's still both ways. We have those that respect him, and we still have those that we still disrespect him.
So don't you think that it is more of the man because he thinks he's supposed to provide?
This is why you're just intelligent. Now you're coming to my table. This is where I expected us to be.
No, you don't. It's not about the woman.
You're coming to my table. It's about the man.
So exactly. So it's not about the woman.
So naturally, we men know we are supposed to.
So don't put it on the woman. Told me it's not the woman.
No, I will not take it away from the man 100%.
No, tell me. Let me tell you. So that's why I said, are you sure she's not under pressure or she's been agitated? I wanted us to get there step by step. Do you understand? And then if you look at it more, is it the man or the woman? Because you feel. Because told me, if you have money and the woman behaves in a certain way, you're not going to read meaning to her. But when she does certain things to you, because you think in your head, now why they talk like this, don't you think that is what the problem is?
That's why I got you. You're a smart girl.
I don't want to call you a big fool on the show.
But you just did. Yeah.
But seriously, Tommy, so really, so in that context, so I feel that it is more of the men. I don't want to use the word insecure.
No, it's not insecure.
I don't want to use the word.
It's close to insecure.
Yeah, so, but the truth is, don't you think the men are the ones who are putting a lot of pressure on themselves?
Because society makes them do that. It's society, like I said earlier, it's societal, what we meant on ground. Like I said, a man should be the one to provide. And the man is unable to provide, he feels he's not doing enough. Even him himself can start to react irrationally towards the wife. And based on that, the lady too will start getting upset. After all I'm doing, this guy is acting that way. So you're right. The man himself could, could push the woman to get irritated, agitated. Why is he acting that way? Yeah, so it's pretty much both ways.
Okay, so somebody sent a message. The way men are raised here in Nigeria, a house husband might face disrespect because sadly, we still face gender roles.
That's what I was trying to say all along.
Listen, might. But you see, face disrespect because we still face gender roles. Who is the person disrespecting the man? Because it could be from his friends. Not necessarily the wife.
Friend with respect is respect.
Yes. Do you know that friends would disrespect him because they say this guy your day house, they do anything, they look after children.
And they say it to his face.
What do you mean they will say it to his face? I don't understand. Disrespect, not disrespect. Whether they talk up to your face or they not, or they laugh about it. Sometimes, let me even tell you, sometimes they will say it. The guy doesn't get to hear it. Somebody else will come and say it to him. So the disrespect is not always from the wife. It could be the wife's family. It could be anybody. It is not the wife. And that's because of, gender roles, but take it out. Does it mean it is not being practiced? Let me tell you, a lot of men are house husbands now in Lagos. A lot are house. In fact, initially I didn't think it was happening. A lot of bankers, the female bankers, their husbands are, a lot of them, the women are the ones paying the bills. A lot. A lot of women are the ones paying the bills. And then the men just showcase. So there's a saying that any woman who is doing very well, like, in the industry, like career-wise, that most time the man is not doing as well as the woman. Is that true? Career-wise, a woman who has grown.
No, true. We see it even in my career work, of course.
Good.
You see women up there, but when you look at the husband, he's not close to where the woman is. But
so
that doesn't mean the woman should respect him.
It's not about disrespect. Okay. We're not talking about disrespect. Okay. Are you telling me because, so naturally, even I personally think that in a home where, even if you not send your wife, a home where the man truly loves the children, and the woman is pursuing her career, and you have time, it is you who has time, unconsciously you find yourself doing those roles.
I go run now without feeling anyhow about it.
It's not you.
Oh.
Unconsciously.
Oh, okay.
Any man who has time will find himself playing that role of the house husband. Because if the woman is pursuing her career, and then sometimes you need to be out of the country, you need to be out of state. So to me, imagine your kind of job where today you are here, tomorrow you're here, and it was the woman, it's your wife who is doing that. And then you are running your business. Whether you like it or not, you are the house husband.
Okay. Okay, clear point.
Do you understand? So whether you like it or not, it is not about, whether it is about gender role or kinikon, you just find yourself, and then you now love your children. You won't say, oh, because I do not want to take up that role, because people will see me as a house husband, then you will do the things you're supposed to do. If you don't do them, you just be having problems in your marriage. Because you would always fault your wife for not being around, blah, 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 and you'll be having problems. And she's telling you that she wants to build her career. So it's either you do that, or you guys, you leave your children to the fate of the nanny.
Spot on.
Do you understand? So, honestly, I feel that there's really no role. So I really feel that with what is going on right now, there shouldn't be any role for any gender. You know, so the part of money and all that, yeah, because men feel, there will still be that part of where you say, oh, the man is the one who is supposed to provide, the woman is the one who is supposed to take care of the children. But there should be a balance, you understand? The man is supposed to do that, or the man should do that, but you would support. It's not all the time, everything you go to for the husband. And then when the man, you understand? And then when the man, you know, sees that, oh, my wife is not here to do these things, I can also be that. Because it's really terrible that some men don't even know how to sweep. And I'm wondering, at the time where they were bachelors, what happened? But I saw a video on Instagram where a girl said she went to visit a guy. You did see how dirty that house was. So that kind of guy was terrible. I felt like throwing up.
Oh, Jesus. Come on, man.
So, and you stay alone. I think it was Solomon Bucci that posted that video. Yeah, Solomon, yes.
Kitchen, loaded, piled up with...
And it was their first date. I think it was their first date or something. So how do you live? So because you feel that, oh, a woman... And then the truth is, because I personally also think that if people begin to switch roles, marriage will be better. You don't think so?
Of course. Of course. Of course, actually. You get to even find out more things you probably even know about yourself.
Yeah, because when you switch roles, I think it would even spice up your relationship. Because when the woman comes home and the husband has made food, you see that same joy you feel when you come home and your wife is serving you and all that. You know, I think it's just, anybody can feel good about it. Oh. Yes, and sometimes if the women you get money and you do one thing, the man self go happy, say, oh, my wife don't sort out that bill. So I think it's a balance.
Fair point.
Yeah, so I think it should be a balance. Nobody should be like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, it's not my role, and then I provide money or I take. So nobody should feel entitled. Nobody should feel entitled because they feel that, oh, it's like this, it's like that. But again, as a guy, if you were trying to say you have seen scenarios, in the scenarios you were trying to say that you have seen it happen, how did it end up?
So we don't know how it ended up, but we just hear the complaint and all that. This one is just at home, he's not doing anything. I made it go off, he's complain.
Okay, so the women, not working. No, but the women are complaining. Do they end up leaving the marriage? What happens? That's what I mean.
Okay, so you see, so I've seen one where they left, and after a while they came back together, right?
What was the major problem?
Finance.
Tommy, exactly, it's finance. It's not because the man is... So that what you're discussing, Tommy, what you're talking about is totally different from what we're talking about.
So, we cannot totally see what's going on, but from the surface. So let's say the guy was supportive, like you said, and finance issue, maybe the woman would have gotten agitated, but because... I want to believe maybe the guy was also not available at home. And maybe it was, based on his condition, he was also throwing tantrums,
So that's what I'm saying, that we're not even discussing finance right now. But yes, finance can be a problem if things are not being... Money, you understand, they always cause problem. especially if there are things that needs to be done and you're not able, even you as a person, when you can't provide things for yourself as a person, you go to invest for yourself.
True.
So imagine if you need to do things for your children, you're not able to do it, you need to pay you the old school fees. It would definitely cause an issue. But again, even with finance, told me really, if the guy, I don't think, so except you categorically know or see that the guy is not making any effort. Do you get my point? So if, because you know why I say that? I have seen people who have very fantastic jobs lose their jobs.
Okay.
And they become Uber drivers.
True. I met a couple of them.
Finance will still be a problem.
Yeah.
So it's not whether the guy is working or not.
He's not able to meet up on his former lifestyle.
So it's not about whether he's working or not. So it's either you guys cut your coat according to your size based on what you guys earn right now, or you continue to have problems. So if you look at it, those scenarios you're talking about, it is not because the man is a house husband.
Lifestyle. You can't meet up on a lifestyle no longer.
Yeah, but if you had a particular lifestyle and things happen, you go reduce your lifestyle now.
Yeah, all the women want to reduce their lifestyle.
So
because they're unable to live their lifestyle, they start to get irritated, agitated, and react to the husband.
So Tommy, I don't want to use a certain word.
It happens.
Tommy, but I don't get it.
But it happens.
Please, okay, so please.
Okay,
explain.
you've seen a guy who was not able to, meet the lifestyle he used to do before, and then the woman starts to get irritated and upset, murmurs every time to his ear, and things become worse.
The guy bring the guy start the lifestyle.
Yes, and because it's no longer there, the woman is reacting.
So she's reacting. So when she's reacting, if the guy is not able to continue, what happens?
I don't know, but
you go adjust. Tell me you will adjust. Let's face it.
So why do some ladies go outside marriage?
So you see, that's what I'm saying. If you don't adjust, then you leave.
Not leave. Go outside and do rubbish.
What do you mean go outside and do rubbish?
Meet women that will give them sponsor the life they are looking for.
And so if they go outside and start cheating,
marriage, yes.
So if they go out and continue to cheat, it's the man's choice to decide if he wants to be in that marriage or not.
He probably doesn't know.
So how did you know?
We see all these things. Now we read all these things online and everything.
Tommy, so yeah. you read these things that the women are cheating. But trust me, Tommy, you see that thing cheating, eh? I don't think there's anybody that your spouse is cheating that you will not know. Let's be honest. You might not just want to you might not just want to tell yourself the truth or accept that what you are thinking is true. You're living in denial. But Tommy, there's no person. You know why? The minute they begin to cheat, certain things will not be the same anymore. Disrespect, resentment. You know, you go to feel them. You will know. And then if the woman is going out to sleep with other men to
get money,
to sustain her lifestyle, and you know you're not the one giving her the money, how is she making the money? You know. So who they give her the money? So when you say the men don't know,
this is well.
Do you get my point?
Yeah.
So how would you say the men don't know? So they choose not to address it.
Yeah, you're right.
But I have also seen I've seen scenarios where the women go out to sustain the home.
And the husband is aware. Yes.
We have just said.
Of course, we've seen it, and yes, he's aware. As in, this one is not hiding. Indeed, he's aware.
No, so the woman is not rubbing it on the man's face or at the man's face.
No,
she's not rubbing.
One, some even know. Some they know. This is the happen. The guy knows that the woman is running things outside, of course.
But for the home. So in that scenario, so why you not saying that one as he finished? Or disrespect? Because are you the champion disrespect as he finished? So why you not say that one as disrespect?
There's a conversation. They both know what's going on. So
there's no conversation, Tommy.
I'm telling you that there's a conversation.
That's if there's the one I'm talking about. If there's no conversation,
you can lock up now. You see, man go chop now.
Okay.
Later.
Oh, okay. You see that? You see you.
Well, some men are open to accept that, right?
Tommy, you think the things I'm saying are strictly based on your point of view. You said disrespect, say I'm finished, but when she goes out to bring money that they used to feed the house, it's not disrespect.
I don't know for the man, no. I don't know.
Please, let's quickly go on the break. Tommy, I don't understand what you're saying.
I
don't understand, but please, let's quickly go on the break. It's not me and you on this.
Heartlines would be right back.
Tell us you're a Nigerian without saying a word. Energy security is one of the most pressing issues for many developing countries like Nigeria. And if there's going to be any meaningful progress, addressing our energy issues is non-negotiable.
I need to see light from my house. Make them do something.
Band A is expensive. I literally have to turn off all my appliances just to reduce costs.
We need light.
Introducing the Energy Outlook, your go-to show for everything energy. Every week, we'll bring you the latest insights, innovation, and in-depth analysis of Nigeria's energy sector. From policy discussions to regulatory insights, we'll analyze the key decisions influencing growth and sustainability in the energy sector. We'll bring you the human stories behind the headlines, giving you a personal perspective on the broader energy challenges. Join me every Friday at 6 p.m. for the Energy Outlook, your guide to the future of energy, where energy means business.
This season on Heartlines, we're committed to making a difference in people's lives. So Heartlines, in partnership with Veda Consult, is offering 12 free slots of counseling every quarter for people in need of professional counseling. Additionally, we're taking on 2 pro bono cases for individuals navigating a challenging divorce. To participate, please send an email to counsel@vedaconsult.com with your story. Our team will carefully review all submissions and will contact all the shortlisted candidates. Heartlines is live Mondays to Fridays at 10 p.m, so engage with us.
Thanks for staying with us on Heartlines.
And we don't. Okay, so please note that you can call us. You can send a message to us on our WhatsApp number 08190384663, or call in to join in the conversation on 07025007749 or 07014242420. And please, please, please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Official Upgrade TV. I think we're at 8,000 or 9,000 on YouTube.
Already?
What's the figure? Yes. Well, 9,000 on YouTube. Yay!
Really?
Yes, 9,000. Exactly 9.4.
Maru, that's my guys on the shake too.
Told me I just a silly person, yes. So at 9,000, so please, you take it up.
I almost walked up today.
So please, to my subscribers, please, please, please hit the follow button, subscribe button, so we'll get to 10,000 in by the weekend. Salah, that's tomorrow. It's Salah holiday, you know. What are you doing? Ha.
Yeah, my colleague invited me to speak. In fact, I just got an invite now. Okay. I don't know how to split myself. I have one tomorrow, I have one Saturday. So many activities. I don't know, but we'll move. We'll find a way to it.
Please, the men who are not financially okay, can they go for parties for Salah?
Well,
no, so but seriously,
there's a conversation. Yes.
So you know, when we went on the break, we just said something that. So what tops the chart for women when it comes to? So is it what do you need from your husband or your partner? Is it emotional presence, physical presence, or financial support?
Most women is emotional presence. Yeah.
So if we're saying people want men to be emotionally involved, why do we think that finance will be a problem when? Because I think because Tommy, again, just the way we have a lot of baby mamas and all that, a lot of women are the ones running the homes. Women don't marry men.
I was about to mention it name, okay?
Don't do that here.
That's why I held myself back.
So women are now the ones, you know, driving that initiative. They're taking care of the men. And so because that's why we say they have house husband, because I know plenty. In fact, there are 2 big ones I know on social media that the women are doing very well. And 3, the women are doing very well. And you will see that if they begin to have kids, it is the men that will look after those children. Because the women have to work.
But let's get it clearly. Let's get it clear and take away emotions and pettiness, and let's just put facts down. There's nothing wrong with a man taking care of the kids. Right?
Exactly. That's what I just wanted you to say.
There's nothing wrong with it, really.
If you're good at it,
even if you're not good at it,
learn.
There's nothing wrong in supporting taking care of the kids if it's convenient.
So even if you don't know anything about it, there's a nanny, supervise.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can supervise.
Can you learn it? I learned how to bath my son. I learned how to wear nappy for him and all that.
So that's you being intense. So Tommy, so that's the thing. We were saying that the problem is not really the women sometimes. It's the men. They begin to see themselves as not being incapable of, you understand, doing certain things.
So it's only natural for a man to feel that way.
But why?
Like I said, society has brainwashed them. Okay, that's the word. Has wired them that way. Once they're incapable of doing some certain things, start to feel withdrawals. Sometimes they can go into depression because they're unable to meet a certain standard. But like you said, we need to change the narrative. There's nothing wrong with a man. Even if he's not earning as much or he's not even earning at all, really. As long as you and your wife are okay with it.
So trust me, I honestly think that there's nothing as sexy as a man who provides financially, emotionally, there for the children, can be the children's nanny. So I think that a lot of men do not even understand how to get their women, trust me, to be submissive. So I don't think there's any woman on earth that you provide financially, you're there emotionally, you're there physically, and that woman would not be submissive to you. I don't think.
Spot on.
Do you understand? For every woman, the fact that you can tick those boxes, even if you're ticking them at 70% or 60%, trust me, that woman will never disrespect you. So, but you just find out that most times, why the disrespect is so obvious is the only thing men have to give is money. And guess what, Tommy? Anybody can give money. Any man.
Yeah, actually.
Anybody can give money. But not everybody is going to be emotionally there for you. Not everybody will be physically present to even listen to you.
Let's even live physically, let's even live emotionally.
Emotionally, because if I know, so there's no better feeling than knowing that anyhow
He did
there. Even when he's upset,
he did
there. He's going to give you an attitude, but you know that when he calms down, he's going to come back to you to have a conversation.
Even if in his anger,
he's
still there, he's still responsive.
No, you don't understand. No, even in the anger, he might give you an attitude.
But he's still responsive.
He might just give you an attitude. Even if he's not responsive, he might give you an attitude, but you know that except you don't cross the line, you don't misbehave, when he's back into his senses, he's going to have a conversation with you to say, I don't like what you did. I've forgiven you. We've moved past it. But it doesn't change. You understand? That guy will still be that guy who you can call on 24/7. Trust me, Tommy. There's no woman who has that.
That guy. Sorry.
No, but seriously, there's no woman who has that and will not be submissive to that man.
Very true.
Unconsciously. See, she not go plan him. Because she's going to always say that this is unconsciously, that's the person you go to when you need to talk to someone for something. Because that's the person who listens. Off the top of your head, I have a problem. That is the person you are going to. You're not even going to remember if he's your husband or not. But this is the guy who, if I go to, he will listen to me, correct me with love. So I think that the minute men begin to put emotions first before finance, because money So me really, money doesn't bring happiness. So now just message money they go. Because I know a lot of people who have money, but they are empty.
True.
Very empty. They are empty.
I think we call money misroad.
It's not about money misroad. They are just empty because there's a vacuum that money cannot fill.
Yeah.
Memories, relationships, money can't do that. You just find out that even if you buy your friends, at some point, that's not even what you need. At some point, that's not the kind of friendship you need. You need people to...
Physically there, emotionally
you
there.
need people who are even going to quarrel with you.
Intentional about you.
You need people who will quarrel with you. Tell you the truth. In fact, you need people to tell you, my guy, get out. Yes. You need those people. So the minute, the day men begin to understand that, emotions top the list for any kind of relationship. It's not money. Once you have, if you're emotionally involved in any relationship, maybe like 75%, and your finance is at 50%, my darling, that woman not go anywhere. She did there with you.
You gotta be there.
You gotta be there because if you're there emotionally, you're going to let her fly. Because one person has to be the person doing better. You understand? So it's either you or her. But because you're there emotionally, you would be her support system. She will come to you, speak to you about anything, and then you have a very good relationship. And I think if you're there emotionally, you can have very good conversations.
Actually.
So your communication skill or your communication will be at maybe 75% as well. So really, I feel that men should do more. Instead of bothering yourself whether you'll be disrespected, whether they go see you finish, or whether there's a particular gender role.
And which is what's affecting society today.
Yes, men should be more vulnerable and emotionally involved in everything they do.
More vulnerable. I'm sure we've discussed that before too.
Yes, we have. So vulnerable in the sense that be more expressive. Say it how it is. Not logical. Because you take off your emotions and you're just saying, ideally, logically, this is how it's supposed to be. But that's not how it's supposed to be. Why are you hitting on me, young man? I got you. I got you.
You got me not. You got me not.
You don't recover yourself.
You got me not.
You just recover.
You got me not. I beg, Jerry.
Because you were just lost, you know?
No, I was just admiring,
What are you admiring?
I was admiring your articulation, you know.
Oh, gosh.
I wasn't even saying anything again. I was just listening.
You just, hey, girl, that person wife be this.
Mikini.
Told me, see,
I beg, Jerry.
I just need to tickle. I just need to pop you a bit, and that's it. I just need to pop you a bit. But Tommy, so I think we have about 2 minutes. What are your final thoughts?
Yeah, so like we've said today, we know that men naturally are egoistic, right? Because of that, they want to also be, championing or be in charge of finance and whatever it is, right? Well, what we are today is changing, you know. Apart from the economic realities and situation, of the country, it's also okay to. There's nothing wrong in staying at home to take care of the kids and doing things that should be done in the house, and of course, let your wife fly. Sometimes it can even be a way to even shed loads of yourself. Let your partner also,
rest
and so it's a big deal. So, guys, I for one, my school of thought is whatever works for me.
You do it.
Is what I do. So
yeah.
It doesn't have to go along with what society wants. I'm not of that school of thought.
Yeah, true. So I personally think that, men should. I agree there are gender roles, but trust me, we can interchange those roles just for a bit, just to even spice up your relationship at home. It's okay for the woman to provide sometimes, and it's okay for the man to do certain things he's comfortable doing. No pressure. No pressure at all. Yeah. If you can do it and it's working, but guess what? You just have to be emotionally involved. I think which is top notch. It tops the list. Yeah. So once you're there emotionally, these things will not be a big deal. So yes,
it shouldn't be a big deal.
It won't be a big deal.
If you can be on top and she can be on top.
In
that space.
But guess what? Abroad, people change jobs.
You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Yeah.
You know,
So-
people change jobs. So today is the woman who has, you know, a more tedious or demanding role, and then the man gets to stay at home with the children. And sometimes the woman who has this role that's very
That's even
demanding.
true. You see, the Western world is, it's not a big deal.
It's not a
really.
big deal. So yes, please, men can actually be house husband and they won't be disrespected. Happy, what's the Salah? We'll see you. Anybody will get ram, make a send to
Happy
us.
Salah.
And please send me
Happy
a DM
Salah.
if you they kill ram and you want somebody to come and chop. We'll see you
I don't
tomorrow.
have to. I've had it seriously. Yes,